Myself Padmaja, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss about random file positioning functions in C language. Now, what are the different ways for accessing the files? So, in C language, the data which is stored in the files can be accessed in two ways. One is called sequential access, the other one is called random access. Now, if you want to read record by record in a sequential order, one after the other, that is called sequential access. Normally, it is very time consuming, and your random access means if you want to fetch any record randomly, then it is called random access. So, in random access can be used in the file concept, so which will allow you to access any record directly at any position in the file. So, C supports three different important functions for doing random access file positioning. One is called fseek, ftell and rewind. So, let us discuss about these three important functions which is used for random access to the files. So, the first function is called fseek function. Now, this function is used to set the file pointer at a desired location at specified bytes. Okay, so fseek, so we give the address of the file and what is the displacement value or offset value and from where it has to start. So it takes three argument: file pointer, second one is called displacement value or offset value, third argument is called the origin from where it has to start. So the displacement value is normally long integer and the original value can be 0, 1 and 2. So in the origin value we can write down the parameters, the 0, 1, 2 as integer values, or we can write seek underscore set, seek underscore current and seek underscore end. So if you are writing the constant seek underscore set, it means that it is the file pointer or the file cursor is there at the beginning of the file. If you are writing seek underscore current, that means the file pointer is there in the current position which is neither beginning nor end. So seek underscore end is nothing but the file pointer is there at the end of the file. So after that, after mentioning the origin, you can mention the displacement, that the file pointer you want to move by your several bytes either in forward direction or in backward direction. So here fp is nothing but the file pointer. Displacement denotes the number of bytes which are skipped forward or backward from the position specified in the last argument or third argument, that is from the origin. Suppose my origin is beginning of the file. From the beginning of the file, how many bytes I want to move forward or whether I want to go backward. So if it is there in the beginning of the file, then only moving forward is allowed. So this displacement should be a positive number. Okay, but if you are at the middle of the file in the current position, somewhere in the middle of the file, then you can move your file pointer to forward direction or backward direction by mentioning the number of specified bytes. Similarly, if your file pointer is there at the end of the file, then you can move your file pointer in backward direction by specified number of bytes, or you can move your file pointer in the forward direction, so which is nothing but it will create a hole in the file. That concept, if you are moving forward and the contents are not there, just empty spaces are there, that concept is called creating a hole in the file. Okay, now origin is nothing but the relative position to which the displacement takes place, and it takes one of the three values: seek underscore set, seek underscore current and seek underscore end. Otherwise you can write its equivalent integer 0, 1 and 2. Now the next function is, after moving the file pointer to a specified number of bytes using fseek function, if you want to find it out where currently the file pointer is positioning, then you can use the function ftell. So this function returns the current position of the file pointer. So this value is counted from the beginning of the file. So the ftell value is normally long integer type. So next function, your rewind function. Before moving to the rewind function, normally rewind functions are used. Rewind functions are normally used to rewind or to take the file pointer again to the beginning of the file. So this function is used to move the file pointer to the beginning of the file. This function is useful when we open any file for update. If your file pointer is there somewhere in the middle or end, then again you rewind it and take back the file pointer to the beginning and start your working on your file. So rewind function takes only one argument, that is the file pointer, and automatically it will rewind. That means the file pointer again goes back to the beginning of the file. Now let us see one example on fseek and ftl. For example, we have opened a file in read mode, file.txt, we have opened it in read mode, and we are checking that if the file pointer is equal to null, then we are saying that there is error in opening the file, otherwise the file has been successfully opened. Okay. After opening the file, we want to check where the file pointer is. So you can just use the function ftl of fp, then you will find that it is at 0th byte. Okay, that is at the beginning of the file. So you will find that it is at the beginning. So the current file pointer position, you can check it. As soon as the file gets opened, the file cursor or the file pointer always points to the beginning of the file. So that is at the 0th byte, it is available. Now, using the fseek function, I want to move my file pointer 10 bytes forward. So the arguments are fp, the address of the file, then displacement is 10 bytes plus 10 or minus 10 you can write if you want to go negative or backward direction. Then 0 is nothing but from the beginning of the file. I want to move forward by 10 bytes. Okay. Then after moving, then the cursor is automatically go to the 10th byte. Then after moving forward, if you want to check whether your file pointer has really moved to the 10th byte or not, again you use ftl function. So file pointer after displacement, again you print it by calling or using the ftl function. Then similarly, if you want to go to the end of the file also you can move, then fp size of the file is how many bytes you can find it out, and directly you can jump to the end of the file. So the file pointer position ftl of fp will tell you that the cursor is now at the end of the file at which byte it is there. So this is a simple example of ftl and fp, your ftl and fseek. Okay. Similarly, let us understand one rewind example also. For example, you have opened a file, file.txt in read mode. After opening the file, let us check the file pointer whether it is containing a valid address or null address. So if fp is equal to null, then we will see that there is error in opening the file. Otherwise, the file has been opened successfully. Then we will check the file pointer position ftl of fp. We will do it so that what is the current file pointer position? It is 0. It indicates that it is there in the beginning of the file. Now what we will do? We using the fseek function, let us go to the end of the file. So fp 0, 2. So directly the file pointer will be shifted to the end of the file. Now after shifting to end of the file, we will check the ftl function. So ftl function will tell me what is the file pointer position, at which byte your file pointer is positioning now. Now it is giving me here in this example, it is at 55 bytes. That means 55th byte, that is the size of the file. So at the end, it is your file pointer is there. Now after that, you use the function called rewind fp. So whenever you will rewind, you will call the function rewind. The file pointer again goes to the beginning of the file. So after whether it has reached to the beginning of the file or not, again use the function ftl of fp. You do it. Then if you will find that the file pointer position is at 0th byte, then you will understand that rewind has worked successfully. Thank you so much. In this video, we have learned about the random positioning of file pointer in our file using fseek function, ftl function and rewind function with example. Thank you so much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.